surprised because I think most forecasters expected a 9 million increase in job losses, and instead what we have is a turnaround with 2.5 million incremental jobs, and that of course has reduced the unemployment rate to 13.3%. That is still 3.5% above the highest unemployment level during the Great Recession of 2008. But nevertheless, it's really quite an amazing turnaround. And it really suggests, I think, that there was an overshoot, an overreaction, understandable, when the economy froze 2 months ago. And so we're just seeing a rebound off of an overshoot at that point. The magnitude of the improvement relative to the forecast suggests to me that it is the start of a V-shaped recovery. And it is important to note that the economic downturn was not due to any fundamental problem with the U.S. economy. It was due to this extraneous event, the coronavirus, which had nothing to do with the underlying strength and momentum of the economy. So a V-shaped rebound at this point does seem to be plausible. The question will be whether or not, given the amount of debt that has been taken on in order to deal with the freezing of the economy, whether or not in the longer run the V-shaped rebound can be sustained. There could be inflation pressure that emerges from this, there's no doubt about it. It obviously will not be wage-related inflation, because clearly with that level of joblessness you would not expect to see wages rising significantly, if at all. But there are inflationary pressures that come from the level of stimulus that was injected into the economy, and a question mark perhaps now as to whether or not the level of stimulus injected was more than was necessary. But frankly, you can't be a Monday morning quarterback on this issue. The Fed had to do the maximum that it did in order to make sure that the economy did not freeze, not just in the United States, but globally. I don't believe that there'll be any change in the short run of the next meeting, but I do believe that there will be increased vigilance with respect to the long-term inflationary pressure that is emanating from the level of stimulus injected.